Do not get with him if he is not over his ex, because you are going to be wasting your time. Okay, if there's a man out there want to be into a relationship with you, and he tells, well, not that he tells you, because you remember, he will not tell you that he isn't over his ex. His actions are going to tell you that he is not over her. If he is not over her, he's going to display certain behavior. He's going, let's say you act certain way, he's going to tell you, well, why are you acting like her? I don't like it when you act like this. My ex was acting like this. Let's say you go to a restaurant and you order something. Well, my ex used to eat shrimp. She likes shrimp. I don't like the smell of shrimp. I don't like fish. Okay, you want to go to a certain mall, you're a woman, the ex is also a woman, I hope. He says that, well, my ex like this more. Let's go to another one. If he is like angry whenever his ex name comes up, let's say there's a name similar to the ex name, or you go to a restaurant and the girl's name is Samantha, and his ex name was Samantha, and he have attitude and he start getting sad, you know that he's not over her. These are the signs that the man you are dealing with is not over this woman. He is obsessed with her, and his obsession with her is going to translate into anger. So do not view it as a good sign when a man get angry and call his ex names. If you, the woman, you're not smart enough, you're going to say, well, he doesn't even like her, he calls her name, he doesn't like her at all, he doesn't like it when anyone bring her up. Look, that is a behavior of a man who wishes to be with that woman, who wishes to be with that ex, then to be with you. Because if he was happy, nothing should bother him. He should be unbothered. A man who is over a woman is going to be the most unbothered man on this planet. Meaning whatever that woman does wouldn't bother him because he's over her. He has no lingering feelings regarding or towards that woman. Like, there's no lingering feeling that he has towards that ex of his. He is ready to move on. He has moved on. You should be his full focus. His sole focus should be you. If you are not at the center of his attention and he is constantly harboring anger towards his ex and you are tired of hearing those little remarks, I'm here to tell you, if you didn't pick up this red sign before you got into this mess with this man, I would say a messy relationship, leave now, because the likelihood of this man leaving you one day, if you don't leave, do you know what is going to happen? He is going to leave you because he will come to a conclusion that, you know what, I'm not over her yet. I think I need time for myself. This is the worst thing that can happen. You don't want to feel used by a man who isn't over his ex, because sometimes they are confused when they are just leaving a relationship. He wants to try to be with another woman to help him forget about his ex. You shouldn't be the woman that a man uses to forget about their ex. No, you wasn't there when they were banging. You wasn't there when they were together. You wasn't there when they were fighting. You were not there when they were happy together and creating memories that he cannot get rid of. It wasn't your fault. You were not there. So why would you bear the consequences of a bastard not getting over his ex? What part of it is your fault? I would say if you don't leave, it's going to be your fault. That's the only part you're going to play a role. You knowing that he is not over her and you stay. I want to know, why would you stay with a man who isn't prioritizing you? Okay, who is prioritizing another woman that doesn't care about him, because I'm sure 9 times out of 10 she left his ass. Because if he were the one who left this woman, he wouldn't be obsessed. He would be unbothered. He would have moved on with you unbothered. Like, he would not mention her unless it's practically necessary. Like, she will become a non-existence unless someone bring her up or something. Like, you don't, like, when oftentimes women leave men even within a marriage, women are known to file for divorce. So I'm sure, I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 he didn't leave that ex. And that's how come you need to ask a man, how did he break up with his ex? Before you enter into a relationship and get serious with a man, I would say do your due diligence, whereby you ask him pertinent question. Do not just ask, hey, what is your shoe size? What is your hands? Are your hands big? Like, that's stupid. Those are trivial matters. If that is your preoccupation and you take those shoe size and hand size, whatever length, but seriously, that is your problem. And I think it's trivial, by the way. I think those metrics are trivial. It doesn't always apply. Okay, I digress. Now, if you don't ask this man the right question before you get serious with him, do not come here and try to complain and say, well, Rose, I got with him, but he wasn't over his ex. I was with him for 2 years. Are you crazy? So you mean you wasted your precious life? You, a woman whose time is not her friend? You know, time is not on your side if you're a woman, right? I hope you know that. So you need to use your time wisely and do not waste it on people who do not deserve your time. So you are going there giving your time to this man, a man who doesn't deserve it. Of course, a man who isn't over his ex doesn't deserve your time. I said it because he's going to waste it. Again, your time is your currency. Your youth and your time is your currency. If you're a woman, don't play with that. Don't squander that, okay? You need to learn to take it seriously and only use it on men that deserve it. Not someone who is obsessed over another woman. That woman shouldn't be better than you. If you are going to be with a man, his ex should never be better than you, okay? Because he came on to you, isn't it? He came on to you. He wants to go out with you. You did not ask him, unless you did, because hey, I shouldn't speak with absolute term here. They are women these days. They call it the 21st century woman. They are the one that are asking men out, which I think is against nature. No woman on this planet should ask a man out, but sometimes it happens unless they're a high school sweetheart, you know, high school kid. I get it. They can do that. They can get a pass because they're still growing, okay? I don't hold that against them. I'm talking about a grown woman, okay? So therefore, this is it. He came on to you knowing that he wasn't over his ex. He should have done his homework by healing first. After you break up, if you know she broke up with you and you wanted to be with her, I would say do your homework. And how do you do that? Go to counseling, find a hobby, get over her before you attempt to get in a relationship. Don't be selfish. I feel as if selfish men are the only men that want to get into a relationship knowing that they are not over their exes. I think selfish men act this way. It's weird. Like, don't waste. You know that you're intentionally going to waste someone else's time. Don't do it. Like, intentionally withdraw. If you're not over your ex and you know you're not over her, because the only person on this planet that is going to know that you're not over your ex is you. You know how you feel. If there's a lingering feelings, strong feelings stating that you're not over her, you cannot get her off your mind, she's living in your brain rent free, those are telltale signs that you're not over her. If you get angry when you think of what she did to you, those are telltale signs that you're not over her. Because if you were over her, what she did to you that makes you so angry, your reaction shouldn't have been that strong because you have gotten over it. So what? She messed you up, so what? Get over it. Move on. She is not wasting her time on you, by the way. She has moved on. She doesn't care if you exist. Your existence doesn't matter to her. She's moved on long time ago. Now you are left here wasting other people's precious time, other women precious time, just because you're not over your ex. I think that is so unfair, that is so selfish, and I question your moral. Like, someone who is kind will never treat a woman like this, because you're wasting her time. Okay, some of these men may say, well, Rose, I don't know how to stay single. After a relationship, I need to get in one like the next day. I don't know how to remain single. I've never operated like that, whereby I take a hiatus and just reflect on myself and heal. I cannot heal like that. I heal through being with other people. If I'm lonely, I won't heal. Okay, you are very special. I would like to say find a way to heal without wasting people's time. Or if you can, we shall know your ex want. If you can, tell this woman, inform her of where you are coming from. Like, hey, I just broke up with my ex like a month ago. If she's foolish enough to be with you while you just broke up with your ex and think she's going to forge a meaningful relationship with you, because 1 month is not enough to get over someone that you have been with. Even if you were with this ex for 3 months, 1 month is not enough for you to get over her. I promise you that. Like if you meet a man and you ask him like, hey, how long has it been? When was your last relationship? Say serious, because people in America, not in America, but everywhere, if you ask the nature of their relationship, especially in America, I'm going to focus on America. You said, when was your last relationship? If you are not specific, they are going to give you answers that won't apply, because apparently in America, everything has a distinction. Like, is it a one night stand? Is it a friend with benefit? Is it a friend with this and that? Bad friend? Is it serious relationship? Serious relationship meaning that boyfriend and girlfriend. It's not like in Africa where a man will see you passing and say, well, you are my wife, and he meant it. Or, hey, we are dating. Oh, I love you from day one. You know, Africans are known to love bomb each other, and it's a funny sight to see. Hey, my dear, you know I love you, right? Oh, this is my wife to be. I love you. You guys are together for like a day, and he's telling everyone and their mamas that you are his wife. That is the African way. So the African way doesn't apply in America. So I'm going to be, you have to be very specific when you ask him, like, when was his last relationship. Okay, if you want to get the accurate answer, say serious relationship. Now, if he tells you that his last serious relationship was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, you need to tread with caution. I'm telling you, this man that you're looking at is not over his ex. I don't care how much of a facade he's going to put, like, because most men, their ego lead them to wanting to put a front as if they're over her. I don't give a damn. If you meet a man talking like this about his ex, I don't give a damn. Or like that, telling you all the bad things she did to him. He's not over her. He's masking it. Men are known, because of their ego, to mask behavior that hurt them the most. Like, I'm not kidding. They're like, well, I don't care about her. Who is she? Oh, nobody. She's still in love. He is still in love with him. No. He is still in love with her. You see, I'm not making sense because men don't make sense. Do you see how you guys are affecting my train of thought? Now you see what I'm dealing with. I have to deal with amnesia just because I'm talking about men. Damn it. God save me. I'm talking about these men. They're giving me amnesia. Okay? I just want you guys to know that he is not over his ex. And don't give him any chance. Once you have noticed or you have an inclination that he's not over her, let's say, okay, this is it. I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say he said, well, I used to celebrate Valentine's Day, but I don't believe in it anymore. I don't believe in celebrating holidays. I used to celebrate it with my ex. Look at him and say, bullshit. Look at him again. Repeat after me, bullshit. Do you understand? Bullshit. Bullshit to the times 10. If she can affect his mindset to a point where he doesn't even celebrate major holidays with you, you were not there. You did not cause him to have this trauma. Why would you suffer the consequences of an ex that doesn't care about him, that left him? If you meet a man making decision because of their ex, life alternating decision, oh, I don't like to swim because I used to swim with her, you need to leave. That's mean that this man is not over the ex, and you are just a placeholder, by the way. And I want you to, I have to tell you one thing. When that ex come knocking, this type of man who is so indecisive, who isn't over her, I want you to know that you're not safe. You're not safe in the way that this relationship of yours is not stable. He can leave any second, drop you within a heartbeat, just to be with that ex. Remember, initially he's going to tell you how bad this ex had been towards him, what she did, what and what. Do you know what is going to happen when you realize that, he's not over his ex and his ex wants him back, and you drop your ass? You don't want to find out the hard way. I am trying to teach you that how to prevent scenarios like this from happening, scenarios whereby you are so innocent and you have to bear these consequences which you did not cause. Do you understand? So these are scenarios whereby you just have to leave. You don't want to stay there and find out otherwise, because sometimes a woman have issues. Okay, we women sometimes we don't want to believe the truth for what it is. We don't want to take the truth for what it is because we are invested in this human being. When a woman is invested in a man, oftentimes she's going to be biased when it comes to decision making. She is not going to take the right decision. And when you ask her, she said, "Well, Rose, I was smitten. He was really over her, Rose." But then yet, when I asked her, "Okay, tell me, how do you know he was over her?" Well, he said he didn't like her. He talked about her all the time, but in the bad way, Rose. I'm like, damn it, you are a fool than this man. Yeah, if he is half a fool, you are a fool. How great. Well, he didn't like her. Do you know this was a coping mechanism? Do you know how men uses a coping mechanism to get over their ex? They uses the new woman, tell the new woman how bad the ex was, so that they can have someone to talk to about their ex. He needed someone to vent his anger to about his ex. Him venting his anger to you about his ex doesn't mean he still doesn't love her. So if you don't comprehend that, you need to come and watch my videos or ask me, okay? Ask me at some point in the future when I make it big on YouTube. I would like to have some session whereby I talk to women, but you have to pay me though. It won't be free, because hey, I'm putting a lot into this channel. So when I make it, you want to talk to me one-on-one about your issues and your tissues, you gotta pay. And it won't be cheap, okay? It won't be cheap because I have to weed out the bad apples, meaning that I want quality, and quality is going to be mullah. How much money are you willing to pay me to tell me about your bullshit? I digress, okay? Now, let's go back to this thing here. Him venting his anger regarding his ex to you, it doesn't mean that he isn't over her. The contrary is that he's still in love with her. Oh, he is so hurt. I want you guys to know that anger can be an expression of love. Because you're so stupid and you didn't understand. You misunderstood the anger for hate. Oh, lady, now I'm telling you to wake up. Is the coffee strong? No, it's not strong. All right. Can you smell my coffee? No, I have it. I have tea. It's late as I'm doing this. It is 9:37. As I'm doing this voiceover. So, I'm drinking tea. I'm not supposed to drink tea, but, it's okay. For a heavy coffee drinker, tea is nothing. So therefore, his anger can translate to love. And that's what it is in this situation. He loves her. So telling you about her just makes him feel good, by the way. You who thought he hated her so bad. He hated her. He told me that she was the she-devil. Wake up, my dear. That devil is beating his heart. His heart is beating every second thinking about that devil. He may think of that devil when he's getting intimate with you. How about that? You want to know how powerful the she-devil he's venting his anger to is? Yeah. You are being a placeholder for that devil. When that woman come knocking, your ass is going to be left alone to be very confused and figure out what went wrong. What went wrong is you got with a man that wasn't over his ex, and you fail to acknowledge that he wasn't over her because of your selfish reasons. Women can be very selfish. I'm telling you, maybe you are so attached to him or you are so attracted to him and you overlooked, hoping that with time he's going to get over her. just for him to dump you for her. Hoo-hoo. Or to dump you and say, you know what, you were the place. He won't tell you that you were the placeholder, but to say, I'm not ready to get in a relationship. You know why he's leaving you? Because he is hoping that his ex comes back to him. When he's single, the ex may come back to him. He is trying to create a free space for the ex to come back easily. He doesn't love you. There's no way a man who isn't over his ex can fall in love. He cannot even commit to you. How can he fall in love with you? Because he who talks about love talks about commitment, isn't it? So how do you expect this man to be in love with you? Crazy woman. How do you expect him to be in love with you? Because I am telling you that he is incapable of loving you. This relationship of yours is not going to move forward. The relationship is going to remain very stagnant. It's going to remain stagnant because you are obsessed with an idea of wanting to change his mind. Well, not wanting to change his mind, but ignoring the true fact of the nature of your relationship. And the true nature of this relationship is that you are a placeholder. Unfortunately, this is the harsh truth. If I don't tell you, I don't think anyone will tell you. You are just a placeholder, and you are playing your role really well. You are playing your role super well, because for some reason he gets to vent to you about his ex. He gets to tell you about her flaws, and you get to feel as if you're better than, because women like to feel as if they're better than the next woman, which I think is a foolish move that only benefits men, because men like to play women emotion against each other, so that they can win. So that they can win among those two women. Once two women start to fight over one man, he is the biggest winner, and you two are losers. Okay, you two are the biggest losers, and he's going to win. He's the sole winner and beneficiary of your fight. He's going to feel bigger than life because you're fighting. So therefore, you don't want to accept the truth that he doesn't love you. You don't want to accept the fact that when he vent to you about his ex, it's because he still loves her. You don't want to accept the fact that his anger is a sign of love towards, sign in expression of love towards that ex. You don't want to accept that. But when you find out the hard way, do you know what you're going to tell me? He used me. And I'm going to look at you and say, damn, I knew you were stupid, but I didn't know it was this bad. No, I mean, I don't know whichever way, civil way to put it, because I don't like to sugarcoat bullshit. Bullshit is what you call it, is bullshit. There isn't another way to spell bullshit, okay? So, you don't want to smell the coffee. You want to come here and tell me that, Rose, I think we were in love. We were so much in love. His ex came back and took my man from me. What? You mean she took what belonged to her? Because, hey, if a man doesn't want to be taken, I don't care if the ex is made out of diamond. If he doesn't want her, she cannot get him. So whenever I hear a woman saying that she came back and took him, I'm like, came back? She was always there. Not physically. Mentally, she always laid in his skull, rent-free. But you didn't see it. You didn't see it because you didn't want to. Not that you should go looking for issues, no. But people cannot hide attraction and interest. That's one, especially men. Women are very good at hiding their emotions, attraction, interest. Women are good at pretending and making it seem as if they are not into a man or they are not interested. But men, on the other hand, cannot. They wear their emotion on their sleeves. Look, they wear their emotions on their sleeve. I just want you to know that. So they cannot pretend for so long. So if your ass is there and you think, well, he's pretending, I don't know, he didn't know how to pretend. I am the one that he loves, Rose. He loves me so much. So therefore, this is it. I'm like, wow. Wow to the wow. Do you see how stupid that sounds? That's how stupid you're sounding right now, because I cannot reason with you. I cannot comprehend your stance. I don't know where you're coming from with this low self-esteem. I would like to say you need to work on yourself. If you're going to be with a man who isn't over his ex, you are the problem here, because you are the one that needs some internal work. Do you understand me? You're going to need some internal work, because a normal human being should always place themselves first, should play their interests first, should want to be respected with their, by their significant other. If you're a woman and you don't care about your time, which is your youth, which is attached to your currency. Your youth is your currency. If you're a woman and you want to waste that on a man whose currency is money and status, not youth. Because you see this old I'm sorry for the expression, but damn it almost came out of my mouth, my big mouth. All right. These old folks, okay? Not the other one I wanted to say. Old folks in their 90s marrying 30-year-olds because their money ran wild and deep. Money talks. So if you want to waste your youth on a man, I want you to know the disparities between woman age and man, and the currency and the meaning of youth in a woman's life. I know you didn't see that coming, because you thought I would sit here and kiss you behind. No. I'm saying that I am giving you the solution, so you don't get to waste your time. I am saying if a bastard is not over his ex, and his ex shouldn't be better than you, because he is the one who's interested in you, isn't it? So how can you allow another woman to be better than you? Dump him. I just said it. You need to dump him. It doesn't work like that, whereby you stay and hoping for the best. When they come to love, there isn't a such thing as I'm hoping for the best. If you don't have the best, or you are not the best in his life, dump him. Make sure he let him go wherever he came from. He needs healings. He refused to heal. He shouldn't come here and waste your time and inconvenience you, and your ass want to accept that. I would say don't do it. That's all I can tell you. Don't do it. Don't waste your time, because your time is precious, my dear. You need to put yourself first. You need to learn how to be selfish. Okay? You need to learn how to use your time wisely. Do not waste your time on people who do not deserve it, especially a man. If there's anyone on this planet you don't want to waste your time on, it's a man. Honestly speaking. Like, you don't want to waste your time on a man, because especially on a man who doesn't appreciate it. I'm being specific here. A man who doesn't appreciate your time, who takes your time as a joke, and preferring another woman over you, putting you in a situation you did not ask to be in. I'm telling you, dump him. Leave immediately. When you see the first sign, please do me a favor. Don't stick around to find out the hard way. Don't stick around and say, well, I just wanted to see at what point he was invested, at what point he wanted her. Rose, I was just curious. Don't do it. That curiosity of yours, just take it somewhere, but not on a man. He doesn't play like that. He doesn't know how to compromise. So please, be very mindful when you want to wish your precious youth on a man who doesn't deserve it. Okay, let's say you forgot, or you don't want to smell the coffee. Now, let's put it this way. Why would you allow another woman to be viewed as better than you? Okay, that's the thing. Why would you allow another woman to be viewed as better than you? If you don't respect, yourself enough, you are going to allow a man to glorify his ex at your presence as if you mean nothing. There shouldn't be a difference, well, not physical difference or behavior-wise, like in his heart. If he has decided to forge a relationship with you, you should come first. I would say you should come first. How about that? Because he is the one that wanted to forge a relationship with you. You did not ask that. So why can't you put yourself first? Why are you giving up on yourself? Do not be with a man who isn't over his ex. It is a recipe for disaster. It's not going to turn out well. Okay, it is a recipe for disaster, because you are going to be heartbroken. You're going to be heartbroken. You're going to be rendered useless. You're going to doubt yourself, and you don't deserve any of this treatment, because I would say you are innocent. You did not cause the breakup. You were just leaving, and he came and picked you up, take you on date here and there, convince you that he was the best man that you can ever be with. All right, you found out the hard way. Move on. Move on. That's it. Don't stick around, okay? Uncommon theories, uncommon answer. Again, my name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know. Thank you.